Morning everyone, welcome back to the channel. Tawny's, the assassins of the night. Some people ask me, why do I feed birds of prey and other birds? Simply because predators, sparrowhawks, owls, etc., when they have young, approximately 3/4 of the young die in the first year through trying to hunt and feed for themselves. All I do is help them along the way with a little bit of breakfast, and then they can got the energy to practice hunting until they get it spot on. Unlike other owls, tawnies have got wonderful camouflage, very hard to find. You will see the adults in daylight if you're very lucky. So if you're walking through a wood, they're a woodland bird. Don't look out on the branches hoping to see one, because it won't be there. They sit as tight as possible to the trunk. So if you've got a trunk and a branch coming out here, they will sit right up against the trunk, as if it's like they're leaning against it, and that gives them more camouflage. If they're stuck out on a branch, you'll see a silhouette, and not only will you see them, their prey will see them as well. That's how they hunt. They sit up on a branch, scour the ground, wait for prey, and then they'll swoop down and take them. That's the assassin part of it. Other owls quarter fields and spend a lot of energy flying around, but owls are pretty adept to how they take their food. did my obsession with tawny owls begin? Well, I was about 9 or 10 years old, and I used to get on my bicycle, and I used to cycle 4 miles to a little wood that I used to know at Staverton, it was called, in just outside of Melksham in Wiltshire. And I found a tawny owl's nest. So I used to get on my bike after school, and I used to go over there, and I used to watch the tawnies, and they had chicks, and I used to go over there and watch the owls bringing in food, and then cycle back home again, and get up for school in the morning, and then back over there again at night. And I went over there one afternoon, and both parents were dead underneath the nest. They'd been shot, and I knew the owlets was in there. So I had a jumper with me, so I could either leave the owlets to die. Well, I wasn't going to do that, so I climbed up the tree, reached in and got. There was 4 owlets in there, and I brought them down. I took my jumper off, tied a knot around the waist, and then I put the owlets through the neck of the jumper, inside the jumper, and then the arms I tied around the back of my neck, so I could hang them in front of me. And then I walked 2 fields back over, grabbed my bike, drove 4 miles back home, and I turned up. Luckily, I used to keep mice in the old concrete shed we used to have it on the council house, and so I used those mice. I know it sounds a bit horrible, but I didn't know how long these owlets had the last feed. So anyway, I pulled the mice apart, and I was feeding them to keep them alive. My dad helped me build an aviary on the wooden shed in the bottom of the garden. I put a box in there and transferred the owls from the concrete shed down to the aviary, and cut a long story short, I reared them up until they were full grown, and then I released them back into the wild. And from then on, my obsession with tawny owls, that's how it started, and I've been trying to look after them ever since then. So that's my story of the tawny owls and my obsession with them, and that grew into all different birds, and that's all I've done all my life, is look after wildlife. I've made lakes, cleared out woodlands. I've done everything to help wildlife, and it's flourished. And this day and age, we're losing so much countryside. I will still continue to do my bit until I can't breathe anymore, if you know what I mean. So I think we have to look after the wildlife the best we can. Over the years, I've put up many bird boxes, all different types, ranging from little small birds right up to owls, kestrels, etc. You can't get enough owl boxes. A shortage of holes in trees are diminishing. Not by trees falling down, or not by clearing woodland. In my experience, it's mainly due to jackdaws. Now, up here, we've just got thousands of jackdaws, and as soon as you put a bird box up for an owl or any big species, jackdaws take them over. They'll either go out and flush out what's ever in the box and take it over, or they'll use it before the owls, etc., can find it and use it. And what jackdaws do is take sticks in, about this long, just fill the whole box up with sticks, and that's how they make their nest. Owls will not nest in a box full of sticks. They like an open box, flat box. If you make your own box, you can put wood chippings in, not sawdust, because sawdust sticks to all the food. Wood chippings are a lot better. But normally, like barn owls, they don't make a nest at all. They use all the pellets they regurgitate up. That's their nest. They just lay their eggs on all the pellets. But Tawny's like a flat bottom to start off with. And the Tawnies I look after up here on the hill. We're surrounded with Tawnies, by the way. So at night you can hear them calling all over the place, which is a good sign. But they've had a brood of owlets, all survived, and now they've started to come in on the feeding station, where the adults has been taking food back for them. Now, in every time of life, like if you have children, there comes a time when they get just past teenagers that you want them to fledge the nest, so to speak, and go and do your own thing in the world. It's the same with birds. Young owlets know when it's time to go, because especially the female will let you know when it's time to go. And what I mean by that is, I'll just show you a little clip of a fully grown feathered youngster, and it's time for him to leave and find his own territory. And have a look how the female tells him it's time to go. I'll just put that clip up for you. Now, as you can see on some of the videos I've put up, owls' eyes are different to humans. Human eyes can move without moving your head. Owls' eyes are fixed, so they have to move the head to focus on everything. And they do all these little movements, and like this when they're young. They do a lot of this when they're young, trying to focus on different things. But as they get older, you'll see on the videos that the owls are like this and like that, and then they go up and then they look down, and all these things are because their eyes are fixed, so they have to use their head to focus on it. So I'm going to leave you now, and hope you enjoyed the videos, and I'll see you on the next one. Okay, so until then, take care, behave yourself, and ta-da.